this project, my group and I will be using the movie The Joker.
Can you please stop bothering my kid?
Sorry.
Arthur, I have some bad news for you. This is the last time we'll be meeting.
You don't listen, do you? You just ask the same questions every week. How's your job? Are you having any negative thoughts? All I have are negative thoughts.
And finally, in a world where everyone thinks they can do my job, check out this guy.
When I was a little boy and told people I was going to be a comedian, everyone laughed at me. Well, no one's laughing now.
You can say that again, pal.
It's so awful, isn't it?
For my whole life, I didn't know if I even really existed. But I do. And people are starting to notice.
You think this is funny? Is this a joke to you?
Murray, one small thing.
Yeah.
When you bring me out, can you introduce me as Joker? Send in the clowns.
Arthur Fleck, aka The Joker, is shown as a mentally ill man in the movie. He has a condition that makes him laugh uncontrollably in bad situations. He's also very skinny and seems to have more than just one condition. In the beginning of the movie, Arthur is the protagonist. Shortly into the movie, he gets beat up by a couple of guys in his clown suit. And in another scene, he tries to make a kid smile, and the kid's mother gets mad at him. It seems like Arthur is against society, and society is portrayed as evil. We get a close-up shot of Arthur looking at himself in the mirror, forcing himself to smile, and the tear comes out of his eye. This scene shows how broken Arthur really is. When he realizes that he is adopted, he starts to change in a negative way. He starts killing people and having trouble with the law. So all in all, Arthur is shown as the person people should feel bad for, and in the end of the movie, he is shown as the crazy bad guy. We get a long shot in the movie when Arthur is walking down the stairs dancing. In the frame, we can see his whole body and the buildings next to the long stairway. This is an important scene because it shows that Arthur is fine with being the bad guy. Throughout the movie, he doesn't dress the best, but in this scene, he is wearing a nice suit and his hair and makeup are done. This really shows that Arthur is happy and is embracing the new him. Sound is important in the movie. There's always people yelling, aggressive horns, and sirens in the scenes that take place in Arthur's apartment. In a scene where Arthur chases some kids, the sound of muscle cars can be heard. This lets viewers know that the movie takes place in the 1980s by the distinct sound of the cars. Sound makes the city seem active and overwhelmed by crime. Lighting is a big factor in the movie. There is unmotivated lighting when Arthur is in the train and sunlight comes through the window and shines on him. When Arthur is getting ready to go in the talk show, he is in front of a mirror with lights shining on him. Most of the scenes in his apartment have unmotivated lighting. Either sunlight or lamps make up the lighting in the scenes. Chiaroscuro lighting is also used. When Arthur is in the talk show, a spotlight shines on him and Frank Murray and the other two guests in the show. The TV show Arthur watches lets viewers know the time the movie takes place and that the show is important to Arthur. In the Frank Murray show, there is classical piano music being played in the background, and this type of music was used back then around the 1970s through the 1980s. When Arthur finally gets invited on the show, he tells Frank Murray that it's like he already knows him because of how much he watches the show. This shows how important the show is to Arthur and how much he enjoys it. In one scene, Arthur is watching a black and white movie in his apartment. The movie is called Shall We Dance, and it was made in 1937. The small detail lets viewers know the movie takes place in the late 1900s when there was still black and white movies. And the TV also looks old school, which is another hint. There's a scene where viewers can see another side of Arthur's character. In a scene where he gets a visit from two guys from his job, he says that he is off his medication, which might explain why his behavior significantly changed. One of the guys asks him what he said to the police about the killings that happened, and Arthur laughs. After that, Arthur brutally kills the man, and the question might have been one of the triggers. The other guy starts crying and is scared when he sees this. At first, Arthur messes with him a little bit and makes him think that he will kill him next. But when he lets him out the door, he tells him that he was the only one that was ever nice to him and kisses his head. In this scene, viewers can see that Arthur is becoming evil, but still has some sense of reason left, because he doesn't hurt people that are nice to him. In a scene where Arthur is with his counselor, viewers get a look into his journal. There's a line that says, "I hope my death has more sense in my life." This shows the mental burdens Arthur carries, and the poor grammar and writing shows that he is poorly educated. He tells the counselor that he felt better when he was in the hospital, probably because he was away from people. In another scene, after he has a confrontation with Thomas Wayne, he gets to his apartment and he takes the shelves out of his refrigerator and gets inside. This shows that being secluded from people and having a place of comfort or a place to hide makes him feel better. In the end of the movie, Arthur is in a police car on the way to the police station. The car is driving through the riots and everyone has a clown mask. The clowns are burning things, breaking cars, and causing chaos in the streets of Gotham. Arthur makes eye contact with one of the clowns and he makes sort of a little smirk, and this shows that he is happy because of what the clowns are doing. Arthur is the reason that riot started because he killed Frank Murray on live TV dressed as a clown. So when he sees everyone dressed as a clown rioting, he feels proud and happy because of what he started. Shortly after, an ambulance T-bones the car Arthur is in and a couple of clowns get him out of the car. When Arthur regains consciousness, all of the clowns cheer for him and treat him as the leader. At this point, it is official that he is now the bad guy. He becomes the Joker. This wraps up the video. A huge thanks to my partners Malik and Ezekiel for helping out with the project. These are our We're Excited.